And here we go. The show is brought to you by our friends at Recon Tex. That's Recon Tex on the corner of 8th and Black in Springfield. Recon Tex. They're your one-stop vehicle reconditioning center. Man, Recon Tech has got it going on. I'll tell you right now, you need your car detailed. They can get it looking better than new. Recon Techs can get it done. Recon Techs can make your car look great by giving you a coating, like a 3-year. Can get it done. Recon Tech, a 3-year, 5-year, or 7-year coating. That when they put a tsunami coating on your car, that means that you won't have to wax it for the entire duration of the coating. You just wash your car and you drive it. It looks sparkling. It looks great. That's what you get. That's what you get when you get a tsunami coating, which you can get at Recon Tex. Also, right now, Recon Tex, it's remote starter time. That's what they're putting remote starters in those cars, to where all you do is stick your little keychain, hit a button, car starts up. By the time you get inside, it's already nice and warm. Now, you maybe a day like yesterday, you're thinking, well, it's 80 degrees. But on a day where it gets really cold, what are you going to do when it's 25 degrees in the morning? What are you going to do when there's frost on everything? You just turn on the remote car starter. Boom, car gets going. It's nice and warm. When you get in, it's so awesome. You can get your car remote car starters put in at Recon Tex. Call 217-670-1132. Our other signature sponsor, Just Beds. That's right, Just Beds. What do you get at Just Beds, Steve?
Bed, a good night's sleep.
You get beds. Yeah, that's right. You get a good night's sleep. You get a good 8 hours of sleep a night. That's what you're buying at Just Beds. You're getting yourself a comfortable sleep, a restful sleep. I love it. I have a Just Beds bed, and it's fantastic. It is fantastic. And here's how you get a bed at Just Beds. Just go on in 3120 Montvale Drive. Just go on in and choose a nice bed. They're all set up. You just lay in them, find out which one you like the best, and say, I want this one. And then you pay the money and go home. You don't have to haul the mattress out to your car, throw it on the roof of your car like some hillbilly, and try driving around with your hand out. I saw, by the way, I did see someone doing this. They were driving. Their wife had her hands out she was practically sitting in the window of the passenger door, right? And trying to hold down the mat. And meanwhile, the guy driving had his left arm up on the mat. Oh my God. It looked scary as hell. And it was a junk car. I thought some of the rust from the car would get off of the mat. Oh my God, it looks ridiculous.
Probably spent more on the mattress than they did the car.
Yeah, and here's the no, it was a used. It looked like a used mattress. I don't know.
That's still the point.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, just go to Just Beds and just buy a new bed and then go home. Let the experts at Just Beds deliver the bed for you. They will move it. They move it from the store to your home. They bring it into your house. They set it up. Then they even take down your dirty mattress. You know what I mean? And the dirty mattresses, they leave your house and they drive by Steve's and they throw it in his front yard. There you go. There's all the mattresses in Steve's front yard. They run by Steve's house and they toss it in his front yard. That's what they do with the old mattresses. Anyway, go to Just Beds, 3120 Montvale Drive. It's Just Beds. They are the Onyx Terminators, and let them give you a good 8 hours of sleep. Just Beds. We are the Morning Disaster, and it is so good to be here. This is the first of 2 shows today. The first of 2 shows. Yeah, and this is the free one. How about that? Let's get this show started.
Oh, did the ass out first.
I can eat dicks.
I got my protein drink today. I love semen. Who doesn't? That was Charles Nelson Riley. Oh. I got my protein drink. I'm planning. I want to go work out today because I took yesterday off because my calf.
Oh.
So I want to go get a workout here. Yeah. I want to go get it done. My wife put this stuff on it last night. It usually helps heal joints, but she put it on my muscle. My muscle feels a little bit better today.
Oh.
That's good.
So it still hurts, but not as bad. So I'm debating.
Right.
I'm debating on.
Remember what the doctor said.
I know. I know what the doctor said. I'm aware of that. I'll see how it feels after the show, and I'll try stretching and all that stuff. Before I go try to work out. And even if I do go work out, it's gonna be a short workout. It's not gonna be at least that's the plan. So I feel like I could kick some ass today. Seeing a lot of hellos. Seeing a lot of hellos and good mornings in the chat room.
Really?
Well, good morning, Karen.
Oh, good boy.
Morning.
Good morning, motherfucker. Irene. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Amanda.
Oh, boy.
If you want a nasty, rat-infested, needle-filled, shit, urine-stained mattress trodden upon by despicable humans, some wielding epic hammers, others bad haircuts, steal one from Oddfellows in Steve's yard. Oh well.
Hey, Ray. Just a side note.
Murder. Yes.
Steve was telling us before the show that he fixed his haircut.
Oh, he fixed it? I wonder how he fixed it.
Yeah, he fixed it.
I
Go ahead
fixed
and
it.
show him, Steve.
Let me
Show
see.
him.
Lean forward. Hold on a second.
Oh,
Wait till I get the proper camera.
What?
All right, please show us your hairdo. All right,
See?
look at it, the front. Look to the sides. It's still small. Oh, it's good. How did you fix it again?
I shaved more hair off.
You shaved where?
On the back, I have a whole sink full of hair.
Let me see the back again. Let me
Oh
see
my God! Are you saying it out like a milk dud? Because she's up on the back of the chair.
Well, we see two blobs of hair. One on the left, which is Milk Dud,
Yeah.
and then the one on the right, which is still on the back of your head.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what you shaved, but
I had a whole sink full of hair. I was full of hair off. So I
You
thought,
better-
well,
let
it
Christine.
must have.
let
Oh, you
Christine-
have to remember, I haven't brushed my hair today. I just woke up.
I don't think that's
brushing
gonna
your hair
help.
is gonna solve it.
I just woke up.
Maybe you'll let Christina cut it when she comes over to your house this week.
Yes, just remind me, and I
We'll
will
see.
fix it.
We'll see.
Good God.
He looks ridiculous.
I don't want to go to a barber now because
I'd love to see a
who cuts your
barber.
hair?
I would love to see a barber take a go. Oh, wow. I'd love to see when a barber looks at his hair.
Thanks, Volks. See, Volks said it looks good.
Yeah.
No, he said it looks bad.
Oh, I thought it's. Oh,
And now we know why he doesn't read books.
God. Good morning, Ray, Dan, Christina, Irene, Karen, Lori, Holly, Corey, DA, Bubba the Baker, and pedestrian Steve and the pedestrian stained mattress general himself, Steve. I'm about to head out to a doctor's appointment, and I will try to catch the rest of the episode. Murder. I love it. Holly says, morning to all the beautiful ladies and handsome men.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
good
Holly.
morning, Holly.
And
Steve.
Karen wants to know, Steve, did you watch the CMAs last night?
Yes, I was. Yeah, my man, J-Lo.
What was it? What's the CMAs?
Country Music
Country Music
Academy Awards.
The Country Music Awards?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see
Yep.
it. I don't watch.
Or as Ray would call it, the Hillbilly Music Awards.
Yeah, I don't watch hillbilly music. Did your hillbilly guru
He
Kelly
did,
Rowe win anything?
he did pretty good. He didn't win all of them, but he won a couple.
Hmm.
He won, yeah, I forgot what he won, but he won a couple.
I'll be damned. Brent says, "Good morning, you wonderful. Good morning, all you wonderful people, and Jason."
Mhm.
Mhm.
He says she also put that on my wang, Ray. I don't know what he's talking about. What did you put?
The cream that Dee put on you. She also put it on Brent's wang.
Now I get it. Okay. Cindy wants to know what's the name of the rub she put on. Well, it's Voltaren, or whatever.
Oh, I've used that before.
Voltaren. Now it's supposed to be used on joints and stuff, but
Yeah.
she just put it on my calf for the hell of it, and my calf feels better.
Yeah, it's good shit.
I don't
used
know.
it
It's pretty
before.
good. Yeah, she got it for my knees.
Yeah, that's what I used it for, my knees.
But
I'm lucky I don't have any knee problems because I've broken both of my fucking tibias right underneath my kneecap in the last couple of years. But thank God, knock on wood,
that means
no.
he's gonna be like Bubba and snap a leg.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, oh my God,
By the way,
I watched Stroke Signals last night.
what-
It was,
Yep.
I got to tell you guys, it was the funniest fucking.
Oh,
They
hell.
are so stoned. They are so stoned. The beginning of that show is just epic. It's just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's
Oh, God.
really? Thank you very much.
it's so bad. And just
Bad? You just said it was good.
it's so bad. And it's two stoned hosts. One of them's living in a dirty van. And it's so bad. It's good. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so epic. Steve going. It's really good. You can feel the vibe. The first couple minutes of the show, Steve doesn't even realize Bubba's not there.
Oh, my God.
It was so epically, it was just crazy. Let me see if I can play a little bit of it. Show you guys. I just want to show you guys. I don't know if you can hear it or not.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was a pretty good show.
Let me know if you guys could hear it. Or I'm gonna try to put it up and show a little bit of it last night, just so you guys could understand. So you can see what I'm talking about. In the beginning of the show, Bubba leaves and Steve just keeps going. Okay, here we go. See if you can hear it. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's time for Smoke Signal. It's the host of the most, Bubba Banger, Steve Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh yeah. We'll take you to a world of Imagination. Just close your eyes. Sit back for the ride.
Oh, damn.
Oh shit! Just what level is it? Shit.
That was the beginning of the show. That was the beginning of the show. This was an epic, you guys. I'm telling you,
Oh my god.
this was an epic. Oh my god, that's like the whole show.
Holy
And then
shit.
Bubba comes on and they start talking about Thanksgiving. And Bubba starts giving different food at Thanksgiving, and you can just tell they're both imagining eating the food. Oh, that's so good. And his tongue's going.
Oh my god.
I'm going to tell you, it's crazy.
God
It's just
damn.
nuts.
Well,
Oh.
Ray played that crazy music last night. And at the beginning of the show, had this smoke rolling, and I was just, whoa.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm.
he looked
I feel
very
like
You
relaxed.
out.
He was going puff, pass, and
I felt like it was in a Led Zeppelin album or something. Ooh.
he
Oh
was
my
really
God.
relaxed. He was very relaxed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to see such a relaxed person, Steve. Oh well, yeah. So he was in feeling no pain at the beginning of that show last night, and so he was just sitting there all alone. All right.
That's
It's
great.
not good. Oh, there he is.
That was really weird.
Yeah, I looked up and you were gone.
It said something went wrong.
Oh,
Like, well, no shit.
okay.
I think Steve
Well, yeah.
went wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah.
We're live.
Thank God.
What's up?
He starts hitting
How
that,
much? What's up with you, Bob?
vape again.
Oh, not a whole lot, really.
Yeah, I know how that is. I know how that is. Excuse me.
God damn. Jesus Christ.
Isn't that crazy? It was just the nuttiest show.
Oh,
And I'm just sitting there
God.
watching it going, oh my God. It was just
Damn.
insane. They're just so stoned. Oh my God.
The good thing is we think Bubba has found a place to live. Or
Really?
stay. Or stay.
Oh yeah, he says he has a friend that might let him stay with him.
Yeah. I say
no,
go
that's
for
all-
it, dude. It's a place to stay.
He does not look healthy in that. You know what I mean? He didn't look healthy. He looked a little high, too high last night. But
Well, I think he's getting high now because he's not sleeping. He says he can't get comfortable in his van, so he doesn't sleep at night, and then he falls asleep during the day, and his head falls forward, and it makes his neck hurt.
Do his seats not recline?
That's what I thought. I just thought they were coming. But
no, he's driving. No, he's driving when he falls. He's driving around going. And then there was one point where his dog starts barking.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm just recommending you guys watch. I'm recommending you watch last night's Smoke Signals because it is a trip. 2 stoners, 1 dirty van. It is, that's how I described it. Yeah.
good God.
So they're talking about what will happen if Steve goes to get his hair cut from a barber. Cindy says the barber would suggest you get a refund from whoever cut your hair. I heard to say your crazy next door neighbor snuck in and cut your hair after staring at you while you sleep.
Oh. That's a possibility.
Amanda says, Ray, you need some lidocaine spray. Jason uses
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I use that stuff. It works pretty good.
I wish I had lidocaine. I don't know what that is. Oh, I think I do. I think I was given some of that once. I never used it. Boy, Brent says it is kind of depressing to see Bubba dying in that van. Well, he's alive. He's alive. He's just
Barely.
Amanda says, if I want to watch two stoners, I can come to my job and watch the homeless outside. Well,
but they're not as funny as we are.
yeah, they're fun. I gotta admit, it shouldn't be funny, but it is. Holly says it breaks her heart. What, watching Steve and Bubba breaks your heart, or watching homeless? I remember if he was on shrooms. No, he was just on weed. Too much of it.
Right? think
I
he
felt like I
repping
was,
all
though.
day.
I felt like I was on shrooms though. The music was quiet and psychedelic, and the smoke was rolling. Oh yeah, I was transporting myself back to
Feeling good.
Wichita, Kansas, 1985. Oh yeah, baby.
Amanda says her store has no gas and the whole parking lot is dug up.
Yeah, they're redoing the pumps and all a lot of the parking lot over there.
So the inside's still open, but they're redoing pumps, right?
Yeah, they're not going to be able to do gas until like mid-December.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
That sucks. Will people still come in and buy food, though?
People are still coming in, yeah, and buying stuff, yeah.
Oh, good. Doesn't Amanda cook or something? I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, she does.
Tom says, Steve seems kind of pedestrian to me.
Oh.
It says, we are watching two people that are hosting a podcast that are surprised they are broadcasting a podcast. Yeah, that is pretty much what that. Yeah, there we go.
Doing another show for my van.
You're doing yeah.
But we'll see. That may not be going on too much longer. So
Hopefully, yeah. I'm not dogging you. I know Dan. I talked to Dan yesterday. He said your buddy Chris calls me every week. He said I wish I had something for him. He said a year ago I had 5 empty apartments. He said and now I don't have anything. I said I know. Oh, that's where it is.
There you go. That was more of the great broadcast from last night. Oh my God.
Good God.
DA says Bubba will be the new troll under one of the overpasses. No, you won't be living under an overpass. Bubba's going to stay at Martha's.
Oh, shit.
Irene wants to know, did they kick Bubba out from by the river?
He's
Didn't they close the area he was trying to live in?
I think so.
Closed it.
Yeah, he lives in his aunt's driveway now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that's why Fatty was barking last night because his aunt came home from work.
Unbelievable. Let's see. The EPA mandates you have to update your tanks every so often. Oh, is that why they're doing it? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Amanda says people are still buying food, but they have to cut food production in half to avoid spoilage. Oh, yeah. Imagine if the parking lot's a mess, you're not going to have as many people buying it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because not as many people are coming in as normally would.
That sucks. Sorry, Amanda. You getting paid the same?
Well, yeah, she's still getting paid the
As
same.
long as they're not docking pay for that. You know, that's not your
Right.
fault. Yeah. So, anyway, if you didn't watch Stroke Signals or Smoke Signals last night, I highly recommend checking it out because it is very, very interesting.
I thought it was following script perfectly.
By the way, Brent says Boobas' aunt let him live in her driveway. I would feel pretty bad if I allowed my family to live in a dirty van, but not come in my house. Well, you know what I mean?
I don't know that whole situation.
She's letting him use the bathroom.
Maybe that's what it is.
Pretty nice. But I'm sure he smokes and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know that's why he's living in that van, so he can chain smoke and, you know.
Sorry.
Will you just open it? Will you open a beer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's seven. Was that 7-Up? What is that?
Looks like a Sprite.
Right.
Sprites. And notice that it's not diet.
Right.
Just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up about that.
Is that a real Sprite or is it a generic version? Please hold on.
It's real. It's real.
Oh, so you're paying full
I
price.
had to pay full price for this baby.
Splurged.
The real shit. Only the best here.
Oh my god.
But I'm not getting it in this order, so I'm done with soda for a while.
By the way, Holly says, "Ray, does your grass need cut?" I'm gonna start. Yeah, I think so, Holly, but I can't remember, but I think so. Yeah. I think it's just about done growing though.
Yeah, yeah.
I think what we have on it might be the last of it. My wife was going over last night. People she is getting gift cards for Christmas, and she goes, "There's this guy that helps me at Fit Club all the time."
Oh, yeah.
So she goes,
Mhm.
I got to get Jesse. We're going to get Jesse a card and we're going to get Holly a card. And you know what I mean? She wants to get all the different cards
Right.
for people who help us out.
Well, that's good.
Mhm.
I say, Steve does not deserve a card. Well, why not? I said, because he won't use it. He's not going to go use a card at he's not going to go to a Target and use a card or anything.
Oh, not Target on it. Like,
He doesn't
could
go.
they-
He's not going to walk around.
Target's hard to steal from.
We wouldn't need the steal if you had a gift card.
Gift card, so you wouldn't have to steal. So you're determining what stores you would shop at.
Oh,
How easy it is.
Well, I'm just saying, Target's hard to steal from.
All right, I hope everyone's written that
Mhm.
down. Don't steal from Target. Steve says it's hard to steal from Target.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty high tech.
You know from experience. So,
Oh, you know, Steve.
what'd you
tried-
get caught stealing?
I never got caught stealing at Target.
But you went to Target. You went to steal, and you realized, it's not.
Oh
working.
yeah, my friend, she didn't get caught, but she almost got caught. She put it back before we left the store, but they were on her tail.
Mhm.
Good morning, Joel.
Good God.
Wait a minute. So how did she tell they were on her tail?
We could just smell them. So we noticed as we walked around the store, the same person was walking around the
Oh,
store.
Brent says.
Close.
Brent says, as someone who used to work at Target, yes, it is difficult to steal from Target. So wait a minute. You and your friend, you walked around and she stole something,
Right.
and then she put it. Where did she put it?
In a purse.
In her purse. And then you guys walked around, and then
Well, yeah, we were shopping because you have to buy something. You don't have to buy an expensive thing.
yeah.
You got to go through the checkout.
Yeah. So your friend takes something and puts it in her purse. And
Yes.
then when you guys went back, she took it out of her purse and put it back on.
Yeah, because I told her, I said, hey, because I was kind of a lookout, and I was kind of the guy that I could see her the whole time. I was watching all around her. I'm like, there's this dude.
Were you walking or were you on one of those rasp?
I was walking. This is back when I could walk,
Okay.
so I was walking. And I was walking without a walker too, so that tells you how long that's been. But no, so we, I just happened to ask that dude. I said, "Don't. What if you first take it out because they're gonna bust us?" She said, "Oh, are you sure?" I said, "Yeah. I see the same person in the same vicinity you are for the last 10 minutes." So she did. She just took it every person that was like set it somewhere. She didn't take it back and put it on the shelf where it goes. She hid it in some clothes or something. And
So she took it out of her purse and put it back on another shelf.
Yeah, put it back somewhere else. It was so she didn't leave the store with it. So you got to leave the store with them.
Oh, you think they were watching on cam when you did that? Or
Oh yeah. Oh, well, I don't know if I was watching on cam, but they probably were. But because it didn't go through the beep 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 thing.
but it did not feel right to you. So you called off. You called off the heist.
I called it off.
In the middle of the heist, you went, nope.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Red light, red flag.
Yep.
Call
Let's just go ahead and leave the cart here. Let's go. And I've done that too with the cart full of stuff. Just walked away, left the cart in the middle of the road.
Like
Okay.
Joe says, wow, I can picture Steve on a motorized scooter trying to make a getaway.
Well, I did tell the story where I think somebody was tailing me one time at Farm at Home, and I walked down out the door with another person, and the scanner thing went off. I just kept walking. The other dude stopped. I just started walking a little faster, and then I got to my truck. Because as soon as I backed out, because I could see a guy running up the main aisle. I think they were trying to catch me. And I was just pulling off. I'm like, fuck, don't stop.
I'll be damned. Look at that. My wife and I were talking about Joel the other night. My wife and I have been together for many, many years. And we went back to the night we met. So the night we met was she was telling me from her angle of when we met, like what was going on, because all I remember was I saw her and this friend of hers. They pulled up to this bar called Baba Ruba's, and Joel and me and John Lamb, we were in the bar hitting on women or whatever, and it was just whatever. And then we walked outside and we went and talked to the security guy that we knew. It was one of the security guys or the bar manager or something, and we just go outside and smoking some cigarettes, and we're just sort of standing there. And then my wife and this other girl got out of my wife's car, and that was the first time I saw her. And I was like, holy, look at how good she looks. And I was telling her, I said, well, I told John wanted to leave. He goes, oh shit, it's so-and-so. And I told Joel, I said, oh my God, that's look at that girl. She's so, let me meet that girl. And then Joel's the one, because Joel would be the guy who would make the decision. You know what I mean? It's like we'd say, let's go. And one of us say, let's leave, let's stay. And then Joel would say, okay, let's stay. So he decided, let's stay. So we sort of waited there. But my wife, she was telling me from her end what was going on. Like, she had this one friend who told her, hey, I have a friend who's having a party at their house. Mm-hmm. So she and her friend go over to this one house where they're having a they were partying and stuff, and my wife's friend, her boyfriend shows up, so the girl's with her boyfriend, and then there were a bunch of other guys there that were hitting on her, and she was just like, this is not my part. She goes, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go. And then this one girl that was at the party comes up to her and says, hey, could you give me a ride? Could you give me a ride to this place? And my wife goes, what? And my wife goes, no, I'm going to go to Whataburger and go home. And her friend goes, no. Or this girl goes, no. Can you give me a ride? So she didn't even know the girl.
Oh.
The girl just asked, can you do me a favor and drop me off? There's these guys I know.
Oh.
These guys I know, and they have parties every night.
Ooh.
That's for you, DA.
So this girl says they have parties every night, and these guys, and blah blah blah. And so my wife was trying to drive this girl home. This girl wouldn't say where she lived. Okay. So then it turns out that this is the girl that Joel and I knew. This girl, we knew her from. There was a guy that she was. I can't even remember the story now because it's so long ago. But I was living in an apartment. It was me and Joel and John that were living in an apartment. Okay, but John, this is right before John came to town. Joel and I would throw parties like all the time in our apartment, and we got to know people. And this one guy knows another guy, and this guy shows up and he meets this girl, and he says, I want to introduce this girl to you. And he introduces this girl as his girlfriend. But Joel and I, after meeting her, realized, they're not boyfriend, girlfriend. But like the first party that she shows up to, I think the first party she groped my balls, or the second party she groped Joel's balls. We knew that she was,
oh, good Lord.
We knew that she was very loose and very,
Oh, yeah.
Neither one of us did anything with her. But we knew Lamb was coming to town, so we said, hey, our buddy's coming to town. Do you want to hook up with him?
Oh, yeah.
And the girl goes, oh, yeah, I'll hook up. She was like, I'll hook up with him. So we knew Lamb was coming to town. So we're like, hey, as soon as he gets to town, we got this girl that'll come over and take care of him.
Ooh.
And so this girl I can't remember that guy's name, but this girl was with this guy. And he said that she was his girlfriend. But like I said, we sort of deduced that was a one-sided thing or whatever.
Right.
And we ended up hooking this girl up with Lamb, right? So we go out one night and we introduced this girl to John, right? We were just wanting him to have a good time and somebody to hang out with. We thought maybe we'll hook up, maybe get a BJ and welcome him to town.
Oh, yeah.
So we go out one night and we're getting all drunk and liquored up, you know what I mean? And this girl shows up with Lamb, and then we're, doing whatever, and everybody's partying, and then Joel has somebody that he ends up, he either hooks up with somebody or he goes to somebody's house that he knows or something like that, and so he leaves, right? And Lamb and I go. We end up going back to the house, I think, or no, Lamb goes back to the house with this girl. And I go to this other girl's house looking to hook up, and we make out, but it doesn't, it doesn't full on go, whatever. And so I end up going back to my apartment, and Lamb's there with this girl, right? And so I try to go to bed, and this girl is with Lamb, and my bed was in a room, and then Lamb's bed was in my room.
Oh.
And so I'm trying to go to bed, and this girl is reaching for me, trying to get me to get in bed with them. And I'm like, no,
Oh, Lord.
no, thanks. Not interested in that. And so I fall asleep, and I wake up the next morning, and the girl is Lamb's in his bed, looking very comfortable. And there's like this much of the bed that this girl is in, but Lamb hasn't left her enough blanket or sheet or whatever. She's completely naked.
Oh.
And she's got a little bit of the sheet on like her stomach. Everything else is right there out in the open.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
And I wake up and walk out into the kitchen area, and Joel's out there, and I'm like, yeah, Lamb scored with so and so. But all right. So anyway, so that was the story with this girl, right? So then my wife, who we didn't know her at the time, she goes to this party that her friends telling her about. So she goes to the party, and that's when she meets this girl that Lamb was with, right? And she says, oh, well, this guy I'm seeing, he's with his buddies over at Baba Ruba's. And she goes, well, if we go by and see them, they'll be having a party. Blah, blah, blah. And I don't know how, well, the girls sort of got our pattern down about how we would go out and hit the clubs, and then we would go to our house and usually party. But we had no party schedule for this night. We were just going out, and that was it. So my wife was telling me what the girl was saying. She was telling me about the other night. And this is how many years later, you know what I mean?
Like 31, 30, 32?
Yeah. And then she's telling me about like how I knew that she didn't know the girl well, but she goes, no, that was the first time I ever met her.
Huh.
And I was like, what? She goes, yeah, she was telling me that the guy she was dating was there, and we pull up, and she jumped out of the car to go see Lamb, and she goes, and I was walking with her because she goes, I didn't know this girl. I didn't know what the plan. She goes, all I know is I wanted to go to Whataburger and go home. So, because when she was walking up, she looked fierce. You know what I mean? She looked like she was almost pissed off, angry.
Right.
Turned me on, which why I was drawn to her. And then but that's why she was there. And the girl was walking up because she saw Lamb. And then, so I was getting my wife's perspective of all that. But Lamb saw her, and he's like, oh, fuck, let's get out of here. And I'm like, no. I want to look at that girl. I want to meet her. And Joel was the one who said, all right, we'll stay instead of let's go, let's bolt. So we stay so we could talk, so Lamb could talk to this girl. Well, then I immediately started trying to talk to my wife, who wanted nothing to do with me.
Oh.
Nothing to do with me. All right?
She just wanted to go eat.
She wanted nothing to do with me. But Joel smooth talked. Was smooth talking, and my wife, she was like, well, Joel seemed nice.
Well, that's good.
So that's why she stayed. But then they left, and we said, we'll swing on by the house. You know what I mean? Come on by the house. And so we we go to our house after they left. And I was like, man, that girl that was with her was really hot. And Lamb's like, no, I don't want to. He's like, well, that girl's a pain in the ass. I don't want to hook up with her. And I'm like, just do me a favor. Just come on. Just talk to her. And he's like, I said, just talk to her so I can meet her friend. So they decided to come by the house. All right. So we run home and we got to the house and I'm like, should we clean up? And then we were like, nah, fuck it. So we grabbed beers out of the fridge and turned on the video games. And we were sitting around playing video games, smoking cigarettes and drinking beer.
Oh, wow.
And then we're like, they're not coming. And then they show up and we end up sitting around the dining room table just talking, where Lamb wanted nothing to do with this girl, but he was just talking to her. But I really wanted to get her phone number. And Dee wanted nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with it. She wanted nothing to do with any of us. But then smooth talking Joel is like, oh, so what do you do for a living? And my wife says she works at a hotel and blah, blah, blah. And Joel says, oh, well, so you're in sales. You're sort of in sales in a way. And my wife's like, well, not really. But he goes, you look like you'd be a good salesman. So he takes out his business card.
Oh, boy.
He takes out his business card and he goes, here. He goes, if you want to get the sales, he goes, get hold of me and I can, get you hooked up. And then I think he asked my wife for her phone number.
Ooh.
He either asked my wife for her phone number or she gave him a business card and he wrote. But anyway, he wrote her phone number or something on it, or he somehow asked her to write her phone number. So I could have her number.
Oh,
But my wife had, we had fun. We had them do a answering machine message for us, and we weren't entirely obnoxious. My wife said that I was pretty obnoxious.
oh,
She says it was obvious. She goes, it was obvious that John wanted nothing to do with that Jackie girl. That girl's name was Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
She said it was obvious that John wanted nothing to do with her. But Jackie didn't know. She didn't know.
Right.
But so as it turns out, I would not. This is interesting. I would not have even, because then I had to call my wife. I called her every day for like 14 straight days till she agreed to go out with me. But the only reason was because Joel smooth talked his way into getting her phone number.
oh.
And I talked to my wife. She goes, I didn't even realize that was going on.
Huh.
She goes, Joel was the nice one. She goes, you and Lamb were dicks.
Wow.
She goes, Joel was the nice one. And she said, and I said, oh, so you wanted to fuck Joel? She goes, no, he just seemed like, she goes, he seemed like, well, he'd be nice to work with. You know what I mean?
Right,
She wasn't even
Right.
sure what kind of job he was talking about, but she thought, well, he'd be nice to work with. And so that's why she wrote down the number of whatever that Joel gave to me. Was so if it wasn't for Joel asking
Huh.
Mhm.
for her phone number at that thing, I would have never met. I wouldn't have ever dated her.
Wow.
And it was the first date. The first date was when I fell in love with her. It was on that first date. We were just talking and drinking and just enjoying each other's company. And that's when I was like, oh my God, I love this. This girl's awesome. You know what I mean? And I fell in love that night. Because before that, I was not in it. I was in love once before, but it ended poorly. And, it just, there. And I've told you guys, I've only been in love twice in my life. You know what I mean? I just
Right.
didn't really, get to that point. But I fell in love with my wife first date. I would have never had a date with her if it weren't for Joel getting the phone number. So my wife and I were talking about it, and I got things from her perspective. And this is 30 some odd years later. She gave me her perspective of the whole night, and it made me realize, holy shit, of all this time, I've never gotten her perspective on it. You know? Yeah, Joel says, he goes, I had to get the number for Ray so we could watch TV without hearing about her over and over. Yeah, because I'm serious. When I saw her, I'm like, that girl's gorgeous. I've got to get, you know, got to get her number, got to get in touch with her. And that's how it happened. Was, you know, just I called her every single day until finally she agreed to go out with me.
Yeah, so you
So
quit
here's
calling
what
her.
was going through
Yeah.
Ray's mind the first time he saw her.
Fuck me right in the ass. No, it's not. It was nuts. I'm just saying that it was a crazy, crazy night.
Wow.
That's the reason that, you know, I got a number. Yeah, Joel had a waterbed. He lived in the next bedroom though. I never used his waterbed. Lamb took a couple girls over there. But
Bet
one
there
of
was
the girls,
baby oil involved.
one of the girls was friends with Joel. One of the girls he hooked up with was friends with Joel, and the girl goes, "Oh well, let's just go use Joel's room." And Lamb
Oh,
goes,
wow.
no, that's Joel's room. And she goes, Joel and I are friends. We could use his bed. So one of the girls that Lamb hooked up with, she's the one that suggested they use Joel's waterbed. By the way, Steve is off cam, so you know he's smoking weed.
Mm-hmm.
You know he just smoked weed.
Yep. You'll see a puff here, or cloud here in a second.
You don't think he exhaled before putting his cam back on?
What?
This is Steve. Okay, see it right there. He's not that smart.
You think he'd exhale before he puts the cam back on?
This is Steve.
Oh well, that's way to go, Steve. Way to go. Oh, I just realized I didn't. I always shared the show to my homepage, and I didn't. Shit.
Oh no!
Oh.
What's wrong with me, Steve?
I don't know.
And this is everybody. Everybody out there listening. If you guys share the show, if you're watching the show on the Morning Disaster, share it. Share it to all your regular Facebook users, to all your Facebook friends. So they can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Share.
So when did you start getting high for that show yesterday, Steve?
When he never
was-
As
stopped
soon as
for
he
more.
woke up.
Mm-hmm. Or was it a case of not stopping?
Well, yeah, there was a time period yesterday where it was a few hours where I didn't. Probably started 3:00.
So a question in the chat room. Question from Irene says, Steve, when was the first time you ever smoked? I was in high school, right?
Oh no, it was in college.
It was college, so you didn't smoke in high school?
I smoked cigarettes, but I didn't smoke weed.
Because
I didn't even know what weed was until I went to college.
little Steve had him smoking in high school, so that's not true.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't even know what weed was in high school.
When was the first time you smoked it in college?
Oh, it was like, let's see, probably 2 days after I got there. I think I got to Kansas.
One of your roommates or somebody said,
Yeah. These, one of the guys that I went to school with, they were from the Chicago area,
Yeah.
and they brought it with them. Rod Larry.
So what was the guy's name? Rod?
Yeah, his name was Rod.
What's he in prison now?
That could be. It could be.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know. I don't even remember his
Well,
last
he's probably taking Rod, Ray.
Wait a minute. You lived with a guy, you don't even know his name? You don't know, you lived with a guy.
Well, I didn't live with. I didn't live with him. We lived in the same building. Now the guys I live with, I remember their names, but I don't remember one of them's name. Gary. I don't remember. He was from Effingham. I know that, but I don't remember his last name. He wasn't supposed to live with us, but he just moved in. It was me and Chris Barnard and Jeff Atterbury were the three that went. And Chris, I don't know, Chris, I still keep contact. Keep contact with Chris. He's on Facebook. But Jeff, I haven't been able to find Jeff.
So the guy who introduced weed to you, how did you know him?
From school.
He just lived in the same building?
Yeah, we lived in the same building.
So he goes, hey, try this, man.
See, we lived on the top floor. It was a 3-story building.
Yeah.
And this was so stupid. Then they put a family that had 2 little kids in the middle. And then they had a bunch of guys in the basement. So, you don't do that because those people complain all the time about parties and noise and everything else. It was just ridiculous. It was easier to go downstairs to Rod and Larry's apartment because it was downstairs. Less stairs. Number one, it was less stairs to walk down. But
so was this a apartment complex or a dorm or?
It was the school leased an apartment complex. Well, they leased X amount of buildings.
Okay.
For this because they didn't have on site. So everybody that went to school there had to live in that apartment complex. It was a big one. It was a big complex. We had it all over.
When I went to college in Kansas City, you had dorm rooms, and I got to be friends with everybody. But like the good friends I got to know were like if you go to the girls' dorm.
Oh, well, we did.
The girls' dorm had a first. All right, there was a first floor. There was a first floor dorm room that these 2 black girls, Crystal and what was the big one's name? I can't remember the big girls, but they would open their window.
Oh.
And you pay $5. You pay $5, and they let you in the window.
Oh.
And then you had access to the girls' dorm.
Oh,
well, I would go over there, but I'd always bring gifts.
Oh.
And so I'd do the tap, and Crystal would open the window, and I'd say, "Hey, I got something for you guys." And she'd go, "What?" And then I'd give them whatever gifts I had, and I said, "Here, I got this for you guys." And they'd say, "Oh, you're so sweet, Ray." So I never had to pay to go in. Like I would see them, and they would just let me in. And sometimes I wasn't even going into the dorm to get upstairs or something. Sometimes I'd just go by and I'd see them, and I'd slip, I'd slip them a gift, and then I'd sit on Crystal's bed and talk to them. And then they'd say, "Well, which floor are you going to?" I said, No, I'm just going home. I just want to stop by and see you guys. They go, "Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet, Ray," and blah, blah. And they love me. They love me. So they let me use their room for free. So that was the key. Like I wanted to go there and go up to somebody else's room. I could go by at any time. They'd open, let me.
Oh, you look so
right.
I never had to pay. They liked me. And I even made out with that Crystal.
Oh, hell.
Oh.
First black girl I ever made out with. Yeah.
See, I don't remember any girls even going to the tech school that I went to. I don't even remember any girls in any of the classes.
Well, I thought you
The
went to a real college.
No, I went to Technical Institute. And then I went to real college when I went to Lincoln Land. But I went to real college. Yeah, but the first time I went to a fake college, well, it wasn't a fake college. It was a tech school type of deal. That's where I was going to learn to be an auto mechanic.
Yeah, that was at the tech school where you learned to be an auto mechanic.
Yeah, and I met the girls.
Well, that's why you have Dan. So is that why you have Dan come over and fix your car? Because you learned how to fix. What did you learn at that tech school again? What'd you learn at that tech school?
1/8 a quarter of an ounce.
So you learned a weed measurement at that tech school.
I learned a few things. I learned it.
All the coolest pooped their pants.
I'm wondering what, when you went to tech school, you went there to learn what?
I learned that you can take a 3/4 inch wrench and melt it, and you lay it across the posts of a battery, and it'll melt. I learned if you hook the battery charger backwards, it'll blow up in the car.
What was your degree in?
Oh, my it wasn't really a degree. It was a certificate of completion. And then I was supposed to go on and take my ASC certifications, but I didn't do that.
So you learned to be an auto mechanic.
I went to school to
All right.
be one.
So I'm saying you learned it so well that's why you have Dan come over and work on your car now.
No. I have Dan. I basically use Dan for his body.
Right.
What? So do I. No.
Christina does the same thing. Wait. How do you use Dan for his body?
Well, because he's more nimble than I am. You know, I can't. I used to be able to lay on the ground and get underneath cars.
I'm definitely the bottom.
So you use Dan for his body. So do you know everything that Dan's doing? Do you know how to do?
Oh yeah. I usually when Dan works on things, I have my input.
I'm easy to please.
It's like when they put that wheelchair thing together for me that I've never used. He couldn't figure it out, and I said, Dan, I think I can figure it out and make it work right. He said, I don't think so, and I did. He went over and worked on his other job. Well, I worked on this. I said, look, see, Dan, I can do stuff. I can't stand up very long, and when you work on my car,
saying when you call Dan to fix your car,
uh-huh.
you precisely tell him, Dan, you've got to get in there and disconnect the reciprocating duplicator and make sure that it's hooked up to the fluxicating meticulator. You know what I mean? You explain to him what you want him to do when he works on your car.
Oh yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, not depends. See, like the door. See, I had no idea how to put that door on. I just told him to hang the door.
Right.
See, Dan went an extra mile, and he hooked all the wires up and everything else. I didn't give a shit.
Well, very nice. I thought it was very nice of him to do that.
He did. He did a very professional job, and I don't have a bit of problem. But see, I would have just pulled the bolts out and hung the fucking door up there. Probably would have shut. Probably wouldn't have shut. I just wanted the door changed. I wanted to be able to roll the window down.
Right. But he made it so the window would roll down.
Yeah.
He connected everything. But you're saying usually you just tell Dan what to do specifically.
Well, I don't tell. I make suggestions.
Right.
I say, hey, what if this?
If you had to compare your skill,
Oh God.
your automotive skill to Dan's skill, I mean, honestly, how would you rate it?
You know, it seems like this week is some reason you have been trying to pit me against Dan.
Oh, I am not trying to pitch you against you.
You're telling Dan that I think his chili is pedestrian.
No.
And that has forced us now to a chili cook-off. And
No, I'm just wondering. I just want to know in this situation. I just want to know that because I know you asked Dan. I'm just wondering why a man who's a certified auto mechanic like yourself I'm just wondering why you need so much automotive work done, and yet when you need it done, you always ask your buddy Dan, who comes over and does it for free.
Okay. Well,
So I just want
because like I said,
is it
Dan,
because you give him all the
Dan,
directions?
Dan can get on his knees, and Dan, I use Dan's nimble body, and
If I have to put balls in my mouth, I don't want to put any effort into it.
No.
I use. Dan has. Yeah, I'm not saying Dan doesn't have.
Less than 12 inches.
Well, I don't know about that.
I'm all right. So Steve, if your body worked the way it's supposed to work, would you?
I could do those stuff myself.
Would you even need Dan? Is what I'm saying.
No. I have the. Well, I might need Dan maybe to borrow his garage because I don't have a garage. So if I was needing something, that I needed a garage for whatever, but I wouldn't need him to get on his knees or anything for me.
Oh, I love that.
So you're basically saying that you don't need Dan, but
I need Dan.
You need his body.
Not that.
I need Dan. I need Dan.
No,
I need Dan.
I'm not shaming Steve's disability. I'm just trying to get Steve to explain what's the dynamic. Yeah. I'm just trying to explain. I just want to hear I just want to hear Steve's reasoning. That's all.
Well, I'm sure there are things that Dan probably knows that I don't know. If Dan knows anything about transmissions, I don't know anything about transmissions other than how to put them in and take them out.
When did Dan go to school and get his certificate? Where did he go?
I think he learned his stuff in the military, I think, or from his dad. I don't know. Although I've never let a car hit me in the head, so
He's self-taught. He taught himself everything. Reading books.
He would read books and then just figure it.
Oh, I didn't read any books.
Yep. Yeah, we know, Steve. We know.
I'm more of a visual learner. If you show me how to do it, I could probably do it. But if you make me read it, I can't.
But I'm just wondering. Yeah, but I got you to admit that if you weren't disabled, you wouldn't need Dan. You would just take care of it.
No. I would like Dan, I might ask his opinion.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But
I'm saying if there was say my car was broken. And I wanted it to get fixed correctly. And I had two choices. I have two friends that are, and I had choices. Would I call my friend Dan? Or do I call my non-disabled friend Steve? Who would I call to get my car fixed properly?
Well, I would call my non-disabled friend Steve.
Okay.
More than likely, if Steve wasn't disabled, Steve would probably be working at a garage.
Right. Okay. So
or a golf course.
Instead of calling Dan, I should call.
Well, if you wanted, it's all in. Do you want someone that's self-taught? Which is nothing wrong with being self-taught. I was pretty much self-taught until I was in high school, and then I went through vocational school, and then I went on to college, or tech school, and to continue because I thought I wanted to be an auto mechanic.
Okay, but you said you didn't read books.
I didn't. That's why I went to because everything was hands-on. I mean, we had textbooks, but I don't even think I opened it.
Okay.
I just don't.
Well, I'm just trying to. I'm just taking your advice on things. So I'm just,
Well, you can.
But if there was something wrong with my car, I would want whatever friend of mine would fix it the best.
Oh, that would be me.
So you say I should call you?
Well, yeah, but now, yeah, this has to be non-disabled, Steve.
Right. Yes. I would call non-disabled Steve. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't call disabled Steve to do anything. Unless I wanted someone to fart in my house. If I wanted someone to
he's
fart
got
in
that
my
down.
house, yeah. I know who I call, but so you say that if it's an ideal situation, I would call non-disabled Steve to fix my car and not Dan. Right?
I guess.
No, I'm just repeating what you said. You said I should call non-disabled.
I would, in my personal opinion. But
Yeah. I'll be damned. There you go. So I shouldn't call Dan. I should call Steve.
you can call whoever you want.
Well, I would call TJ, but it'd be a long trip.
I know more about fucking cars than TJ ever fucking. I forgot more than he fucking knows about cars.
I do remember that.
Oh,
I do remember,
not this again.
I do remember that. Yeah. So if I had to choose between Dan and TJ, who would I pick?
Oh, you better take Dan.
All right. I know you get ruffled up whenever I say TJ. I know that gets you going. Shit. Okay, so Dan would be the one I'd call if I have a problem with my car. I call Dan.
Yeah. And if they have a problem with your home, now there's certain things that I know, but I don't know how to fix them because I've done a little bit of home improvement myself, but I'm a self-taught home improvement.
What, by burning them down?
No, I didn't burn any of them down.
By smoking meth in the garage and lighting it on fire and burning the whole residence.
No.
All right.
I'm not the one that lit it on fire. Somebody else lit it on fire.
Who lit it on? Who was the one who lit it on fire?
Which house?
Whatever house you're talking about. I don't know. I didn't know you were the victim of arson.
Well, let's see. I've caught my mom and dad's house on fire.
Oh my God.
I caught my wife and I's house on fire. I didn't catch Michelle and I's house on fire, but Michelle caught it on fire.
Oh, Michelle's the one who caught that on fire?
Yeah.
How'd she catch it on fire?
I was thinking there's just two houses.
Oh, only two.
And I caught this apartment. They didn't really catch it on fire. I left the hot pad on the burner, and I went and sat down because I was getting tired.
Yeah.
I've been standing up for about 25 seconds.
Yeah.
And I just sat down and fucking looked around and fucking hot pads on fire in the kitchen.
Oh my God.
I had to jump up and run in the kitchen. Well, I really didn't run, but scooted
Said you
fast.
run?
You ran into the kitchen.
Well, just imagine me running. Don't. And that's not a physical.
You put the fire out.
Yeah.
You could have fried milk dud.
Well,
He tried that, remember?
I've caught her tail on fire one time. I didn't catch her tail on fire. I just lit the candle, and she waved her tail over the damn candle, and all of a sudden I started smoking. I looked around and said, "Ooh, the milk dead."
All right, so here's what we've learned today. If your car, you need someone to fix your car, the best way to get it fixed is to get a time machine and go back in time and find non-disabled Steve and bring him in to fix the car. Second would be Dan. And third would be TJ. Just following Steve's.
That's
No.
just my personal opinion now. Everybody has their own.
Is there a way if I had
preferences.
problems? If I had problems with my car, would there be a way that I could call Dan to come look at my car? And then after looking at it, he could deduce what he thinks is wrong with it. And then I could have him talk to disabled Steve.
Yeah. Or you could just trust Dan wholeheartedly.
Well, yeah, that's but I'm just saying that but that way that he will work, that he will say, hey, I think it's blah, blah, blah. And Steve would tell him what it exactly is so that it would be fixed.
But I think if he knows how to fix it, he probably knows what it is.
I would imagine, but I just want to make sure. I mean, this is my car we're talking about.
I understand that. And
I just got to do what's best. You know what I mean? But I know that Steve is disabled, but I want to use that crisp, sharp mind.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's been 30 years
Yeah.
since I really were active working on a car person.
Yeah.
So sometimes my files are a little jumbled up upstairs.
Right.
So it's hard to
Sometimes.
remember every
What
single
was that?
thing.
So I should call Dan, and I shouldn't have Dan. I should not suggest that Dan run any problems by Steve.
I'm pretty sure Dan wouldn't even consult me in any which way or form.
I'm sure he wouldn't.
All right. I just want to have Dan. I just want to play this episode for Dan next time he's on, so I can hear Dan's thoughts on this.
Oh, we really don't need to. And like I said,
But we do.
this whole week has been Steve against Dan, and it's not Steve against.
No, that's not been the plan. Not at all. Not at all. I think there was the chili. The chili was not looked to be a competition until you said. I believe you said, "Well, I could make better chili than Dan." You said that. I didn't lead you
I
there.
don't think I said that exact words.
Yeah, I believe
I
those
can
were-
make better.
And then you're the one who suggested that your chili that I would like your chili better than Dan's. And that's how it came down to a contest, didn't it?
Yeah. He said since he's the professional,
Yeah.
his would taste better.
Yeah. So. Mm-hmm.
I think Steve's froze.
No, I just think he's stoned.
No,
Oh,
I'm not
that's-
frozen.
Oh.
I never freeze. I don't have internet problems. I don't.
T says, first Steve says he can cook better than Dan. Then he says he can diagnose a car better than Dan. I see a pattern here.
That TJ, he's one of them too. He entered this Texas barbecue thing
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
And he
And
ended
he
up
won.
he placed like third or something, didn't he?
Yeah, he got like third place, and I think
wow.
I can probably cook better than him too. I got a brand new grill.
Yeah, that you never used.
Still haven't used.
But if he lived in Texas, he would have driven that grill over to the contest and gotten in just to show TJ.
Oh, hell yeah! I said, bring it on, boy.
Oh, hell no.
Who could please Christina better? DA's got a good
No.
point. Says Steve thinks he can please Christina better than that. All right.
No.
Honest. Let's be honest now, Steve. Moment of honesty.
Oh God. Don't start.
Who would work harder and make sure that Christina is properly pleased?
Oh,
Would it be? I'm just wondering, honestly, would it be you or Dan? Who could?
it would be Dan.
Who could?
It would be Dan.
So you would just look to get your rocks off, is what you're saying. You would not try.
Well, when it was okay, what Christina we talking about? Are we talking about the Christina that I knew 2 years ago, or we talking about the Christina that I know now? Because the Christina I knew 2 years ago, I already got my rocks off thinking about her. Back when I was in the hospital.
Did you have to go there?
when you were in the hospital, you would
Oh.
think about Christina?
Oh.
Oh, that is that's what you that's what you would think about?
Well, she brought me all that food
Yeah.
and stuff, and I thought, damn, she must like me. And there were a couple times when I thought about the nurses too. Sometimes some of the good-looking ones.
All right, so if you say you're naked, okay?
Oh God.
Say you're
Don't you need to go work out?
yeah,
It's
I
9:30.
just want to say, Steve, say you're naked and in the bed with naked Dan and naked Christina.
Ooh,
God.
Who's gonna have the best time out of that three naked people in the bed? Who would have the best time? Would it be naked Steve? Would it be naked Christina? Or would it be naked Dan? Who's gonna have the best time?
but I don't think it's going to be naked Steve, because if Dan was in bed naked too, he'd be probably cutting Steve's balls off. So if I was naked with Dan and Christina, I'm pretty sure Dan.
I'm just laying out now. All three of you would want to be there.
Oh, now you're saying we want to be.
You all
Oh.
three of you want to be in bed, looking to please other people.
Oh,
and all
okay.
three naked. Like this is a monogamous scenario.
Okay.
So I'm just. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't want any of you to get in the bed if you don't want to. I'm just saying, you got naked Steve,
Okay.
naked Dan,
Oh, yeah.
and naked Christina.
I think Christina probably get the best.
You think she'd have the best
Oh,
time?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
Very doubtful.
Because
Oh, 'cause
because why? Because why? Why?
well, I don't think we should. I don't think we should cover this anymore today.
I just want to know.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I just want to know who would be pleased the most. Would it be naked Steve, naked Dan, or naked Christina? That's what I just want to know.
Well,
Who'd be having the best time?
Naked Steve touching himself to the other two.
Thank you. Because neither one of us will be turned on at all.
Well, in this scenario, you're all turned on and all together.
How?
okay, there you go. See, in this scenario, I'm trying to think of this scenario.
Yes,
You're
thank
thinking of real life.
Yes, thank you, Steve. I want you thinking of the scenario.
See, because that's what I thought. Well, he wants me in
Yeah,
bed
you
with
have to put
Christy and
yourself-
Dan.
You
I'm
have-
dead. So
Put yourself in the scenario. Put yourself in. So, Steve, in your mind, who would be having the most fun, and why would they be having the most fun? Would it be Steve having the most fun because He's getting to suck.
If I have to put his balls in my mouth, I don't want to put any effort into it.
Maybe
Alright.
Steve's got Dan Schlong in his mouth, and maybe
I think my internet's about to go out.
and maybe he's in Christina's vagina at the same time, or maybe Steve's face is down.
Stop.
Some ass.
My
Maybe-
my mind is just.
I'm just wondering what would Steve.
I'm
what
seeing an image. Come on, stop, man.
scenario,
You guys are gonna make me describe the image.
in this scenario, what would Steve do first?
No, I'm not. No, I can't go there.
Let me ask Jason. Jason, what would Steve do first?
Oh,
I'm gonna refer to Tom's comment here.
We could probably break
He
the
would be in the corner of your
whiteboard out
phone.
for this.
I'm just wondering what Steve would be doing first. You know what I mean?
That's what he would be doing the whole time,
What was that?
right at the bottom of the screen there.
Oh. All right. So
we
Steve,
know what he won't be doing.
What's that?
He said he has never orally pleasured a woman before, so we know he
Oh.
won't be doing that.
That's what you should start with. In this scenario, you should be learning.
God.
Come on. I really can't.
So the person having the most fun.
Okay. I can't. I can't describe it. I just can't.
But
Because
do you have a
it's
visual? In your
too-
head?
Yes, I have a figure in my head, and I can't get it out of my head now.
All right, Steve and Christina,
Right.
both. I want you both to close your eyes
I don't need to close my eyes.
and think about the scenario.
Ray, I want you to go work out.
It's naked Christina, naked Dan, and naked Steve.
Oh,
Right.
God.
And I'm just wondering who would have the most fun. That's all.
Wait a minute. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is naked Steve non-disabled? or disabled?
Non-disabled naked Steve.
Oh, non-disabled. Now I think again.
Yeah.
Oh, now.
This is
Now-
non-disabled.
Now think. That changed the whole perspective.
Yeah.
God.
Non-disabled. Oh, well.
This is non-disabled pre-urology surgery.
Oh wait.
Pre-urologic surgery, Steve.
Okay. What about, was Steve divorced or married at the time?
Did it matter? I don't know if it mattered.
Well,
But
because
yeah, does it really matter?
yeah, well, because when let's say this, you guys will be able to. Was it pre-racing or post-racing time? Because remember, when I raced, I was 512 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's when you were
God.
disabled. That's when you were divorced, right?
Well, yeah.
Non-disabled Steve on meth is what.
Okay. That's that gets very interesting. That gets very interesting there.
Uh-huh.
I need recommendations for a good therapist.
I'm just saying.
No.
It probably would be Christina with her head in a pillow, and then man, this is hard to say.
Christina's head in a pillow. Okay.
And then Dan,
And then Dan doing what?
he's orally pleasuring Christina, but
Orally
he's in the, I guess you call it the 69-ish position. He is his butt. Okay, my
Oh God.
I
Are you?
No, wait.
put it this way.
No.
Wait, Christina's laying
Oh.
her. She's got.
Christina, she's
got
in the bed in normal position.
What's that? What's normal position?
Oh, you know, with her head on the pillow.
So she's laying down.
Yeah, she's just laying down with her legs flat. No, her legs need to be flat. No, I guess they can be up. Yeah, they can be up. Yeah.
So,
God.
Christina, let's get a big healthy set of tits.
Ooh, yeah.
So there's Christina on the bed. Okay.
Okay.
So who's next?
Now Dan is sitting facing her knees on her vaginal area.
Dan is where?
He is sitting right there, but his face
Yeah.
is facing her knees. So he's looking at her knees.
He's looking at her knees.
Yeah, his head is pointed towards her knees. So he's actually on his knees
Yeah.
right above her pelvic area, facing her. Yeah.
He's on his knees.
Yeah, he's like a reverse cowboy or cowgirl.
So he's reverse cow. So he's.
And
His feet are under her butt.
his feet are at her side. His knees are right even with her hips, and then it's like he's
Which
Yeah.
way is his penis facing?
to her cooter.
But where's his head?
Well, I'm sorry. The penis. I'm sorry. The penis is facing the cooter, but it's also tucked under him, pointed backwards, and his head is in her baby JJ.
Oh, okay. So Dan's head is okay. So his head's between her legs. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Right. His head is in her.
So his nose would be right there. Okay, there. There's his lip.
Are you sure you want me to describe this?
Yeah, please. I'm trying to figure
No.
out.
Please
trying to
stop. You can
draw-
stop anytime.
I'm just trying to draw Dan's head.
Oh, okay.
Where's his arms? His arms are to her side, I guess.
Yeah, they can be. They can be grabbing like the back of her calves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or we'll
Kinda like he's
have him grab-
pulling it up there. You know. Oh God, I can't believe I'm going to
How about
say
this?
this.
How about like this? How about,
Dan's probably going to fucking kill
how about
me.
like this?
Oh well,
Would that work?
that doesn't really work. No, not really. But I will
Tell me how it's got to work.
because see,
Where's Steve during all this?
Steve is. Oh fuck! God damn it!
Yeah, just tell me where Steve is, and I can.
Steve is.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just
Behind Dan.
no, Steve is just sitting on Christina's face.
Steve is okay.
Oh!
All right. Let me get this. Hold on. I just want to get this. So Steve is sitting. All right. Let me get
got
this.
it.
Let me
You got
get
Jason, help me. Make them stop.
So Steve is sitting on Christina's face. So Steve's penis is where? In
her mouth.
all right, okay. So let me get all right. Now I know how to go.
He's sitting on my face. I'm fucking dead. So
Let me get
That's what I was thinking too.
they're gonna be fucking a corpse.
Christina's like, oh, just get ready.
Oh my god.
let me get Steve smiling.
Oh well, Ashley,
Steve's bad haircut.
I can't say this because Dan will fucking kill me.
I mean, be
I
honest.
like
The thing is being honest.
I like Dan, and I
You're
might
lucky
need
he's
some.
not listening.
I might need some work done on my truck, but I can't say I can't because the next part is the grossest part, and it's just
So just, but it sounds
Cindy
like
Cindy Lopino wants to know about the Christmas stamps, Jason.
Okay, hold on.
She's trying to help
Well,
me.
we have a show this Saturday.
Oh, already?
Yep.
You should go, Steve. You can go see your girls.
So draw on Steve.
God.
I'm love to get into some detail.
There's Steve.
Oh my God.
You haven't got the picture yet, and I'm glad you haven't because it's so disgusting. I can't even imagine myself. I'm glad this is all a hypothetical situation.
Tom said, can't wait to see how tonight's show turns out. Oh, I can't wait either because Dan is in a meeting right now, so he's not
Right.
listening. But I'm going to make sure that he watches the show before tonight.
No.
Christina, you want to be thin? How do you want to look in this photo?
Yes, I want to be thin.
Let me just get these are already got. Okay.
I just want to make sure.
Okay, you gotta. I can't. No.
Well, I'm trying to draw this properly. So
Because
Not too thin. A little bit of meat on the bones, but
okay. Dan is playing Christina and her lady part. I'm sitting on Christina's face. Dan has his Peter tucked under him, and I don't have his balls in my mouth.
So your balls are in Christina's mouth. Is that what you're saying? Your ball and joint, your ball and joint are both in Christina's mouth.
That's what I'm just about getting saying, because that's you started to know who was getting the most enjoyment.
Yeah. It looks like
I
the
don't
answer
blame you, DA. Oh my God.
looks like the answer is Christina. So we got Dan, who's pleasuring.
In my face, Irene. She wants to know where Dan's fist is. In my face. He done knocked me out too. And Dan's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me.
Well, I'm dead because you suffocated me. Dan's gonna off you.
Exactly. It's gonna end up being.
Dan would have to be laying on his. He'd be laying on his stomach.
Kind of, yeah. Dan, the weather is cold today. Cold. Yesterday it was 80. Today it's 50. Crazy. Sunny, but cold. I evidently milked the.
Making me stress eat.
Weather outside today is a bit frightful.
So Dan's Peter's like a kickstand,
Oh my God.
holding him up in this scenario. And
Well, you know that, Tom, you know that already happened this week in Springfield. The feds raided a whole bunch of places the other day.
Let's see how this looks. Okay, so this is Naked Steve.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's about the size of disabled Naked Steve.
Yeah. Then
Oh
we
my God.
Christina, and I'm giving her a flat stomach because she wants it.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Oh, I love that.
Shaved
Oh,
or
you can make it to Megan.
shaved or not shaved, Christina? What is the?
Shaved.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, so she's shaved. Oh, nice. Let's get it.
ooh, that changes the whole.
All right, so there we go. All right. So there we go. We got.
DA, I think Steve would need 24, not 12.
Big Steve there. We got Christina down there. And then we got Dan. Dan's down there, but he's using
Yeah, I kind of am wishing I was at work now.
he's using his Peters like a kickstand.
I'm
Keep him up.
really glad I took the day off to be
I-
here for this.
I would even come help you, Jason.
So there you go. Who would be having the most fun in it? Be Christina, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not having any fun. I'm fucking dead.
Christina would be
She'd been suffocated by now.
well, but she's I mean, if you look, she's getting pleased from Steve, who's got his Peter in her mouth and balls. And she's got Dan.
Yeah, pleasing her.
Pleasing her.
God, I hope Dan never looks up from the position he's at because he's going to get an eyeful.
Yeah. Would you look at that? Look at how thin you look, Christina. You gotta give me credit there.
I wish. Yeah.
And Dan's Peters is a kickstand. Yeah. Look, Steve, you can see that big smile on Steve's mouth. See that smile on Steve's face?
Jeez.
If you look, there's a smile on Dan's face too. They're all both men are smiling. So that seems to me, but I don't see a smile coming from Christina's face in that.
I can't see her face.
But it looks like the two guys are having fun.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Oh
There you go.
my god.
There you go. Yeah. So that's the artwork that Steve described to me.
Gee. Thanks, Ray.
There you go. No problem. No problem. So who would be having the most fun in that scenario, Steve?
Christina.
All right, Christina.
No, Steve.
Christina, who do you think would be
Steve.
having the most fun in that?
Steve. Definitely Steve.
Oh,
So
I'd
you're
be
saying
happy.
Dan's not having any fun in that?
Oh, he's tearing it up.
Dan's having fun till he looks up.
Hope I don't fart.
Did you notice that Christina's breasts they're so
Yeah, they're both laying to the side a little bit.
so voluptuous that her nipples laying to the side.
Yeah,
It happens.
Yeah, see?
it's good though. I found that out.
But look, Dan's smiling and Steve's smiling. Who's having more fun? They look like they're both having fun.
Everybody's having fun.
So Christina, you're saying that
Not me.
you're blowing Steve so good that he's having the most fun.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
But you're saying Dan's not having as much fun?
Well, is he aware that Steve's sitting on my face?
He's just going to town. He's just going to town. I mean, he knows Naked Steve's in the bed with him.
Then no, he's not having fun.
Probably just happy that Naked Steve's not behind him.
That's so where I thought Steve was going at first when he said Dan was on his knees and
That's what I
putting his
thought.
ass in the air and Steve was behind him.
That's what I thought too. That's how I initially started drawing it, but I realized, okay, that's not going to work. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's show.
No, not at
We've got another show tonight where I'm sure
Oh.
Sydney wants to know who's watching. Jesse's watching.
Oh yeah.
Watching when he's already participating.
Right.
His ghost going back and looking at memories.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying, make fun of my artwork. That's some fine artwork. Steve says Christina's having the most fun in that scenario. But both Steve and
Don't
Dan
see
are
how.
smiling. I'm just saying that they're both smiling. Anyway, we got a show tonight. Subscriber show at 6:00.
Should be interesting.
I should draw Fat Bubba in the corner and his dog.
Oh God, no!
I'm gonna drive dirt. I'm gonna draw Bubba's dirty van in the back of the room. He's watching.
Oh my God.
That's where we're doing it, in the back of the Bubba's dirty van.
Oh God.
And Bubba's got the rearview mirror
Yeah.
adjusting it.
Bubba's adjusting.
Just in the mirror.
Just in the mirror so he can see it. Oh shit! Let me draw that dirty van. Hold on. Draw it.
Oh God. It's almost 10 o'clock. You need to go work out.
I need to draw that dirty van.
Oh my God.
That dirty van. And
Lord help me.
God.
Steve, you're gonna have to find a new cleaning person because I can't see you face to face after this. Oh my God.
Of course, Bubba's watching while holding the steering wheel with one hand, and the other hand's well, you could figure out. There you go. There you go. Bubba's dirty van is in the room.
Oh, yeah.
Watching as it all goes
So is
down.
this all going on outdoors now?
No, he just drove into the room. He drove his van inside the house.
The fuck?
Big room. Hey, you guys, what's going on? Save some for me. Save some for me.
Oh my God, no.
He's knocking the hole.
Go
He's
work
knocking the hole
out.
going. Hey guys, I'm next. All right, there we go. All right, let's wrap it up. Subscriber show tonight around 6:00. Remember, there's a Bears game on after it too.
Oh, yeah. It is.
All right. We'll wrap it up. Talk to you guys later on tonight. More free shows coming up next Tuesday. All right, guys. Subscriber show tonight, tomorrow, Saturday. And we'll see you guys then. So long.